I want a show of hands or a comment down below in the comment section of how many of you use desktop speakers. I use them all the time on all of my setups. My most recent one was the Razer Leviathan V2 Pro, I believe it was called. As you see, I got my little mouse bungee there. Another popular pick would be the new speakers coming from SteelSeries, the Arena line. But today I'm gonna show you some really great desktop speakers that blew me away from Mackie, their CR2-X line. But first, a word from our sponsor, that being Corsair and the HS65 Surround gaming headset. The HS65 from Corsair is packing a serious punch. You can go watch my standalone review if you want more diving into it. But number one, looking at the headset, as you see, you have that full swivel right there, so it's gonna fit any head shape. Nice metal reinforced brackets right here, a flip down microphone, really packing some great comfort. And as you see, the ear pads, nice and deep, nice silky sports material outside, pleasure to lock your sound in on the inside. Very nice and plush in full ear cups right along with the headband. Now, the great thing I want to show you here, as you're seeing, you got your 3.5 cable and you also got this USB dongle. And no joke, the sound of the HS65 with the 50mm drivers is so stinking good. It's punchy, it's crisp, and it's detailed. For the price that this headset's coming in at, you'd honestly think it to cost more with the sound that it's delivering. So the combination of the great build, the great comfort, and the amazing sound, you can't go wrong with the HS65. So if you want to check out the HS65 or find out more information about it, make sure to check out the links right down in the description, or again, you go check out my standalone detailed review on this headset. All right, so now let's go and take a look at the Mackie CR2-X Cube as we have over here, and then the CR2-X Bar Pro. Now you all know old Technique's not gonna sit here and bore you with specs. If that's what you're into, I'm gonna slap them up on the screen for you right here, and you can look over them real briefly. What I'm gonna deliver to you is that actual user's experience. How did I like this product actually using it? And the first thing I want to talk about is the actual product in your hand, because no joke. All right, hold up. Let me cover one thing before we go any further talking about these. Y'all are probably seeing the red right around here and it looks mighty rough because I'm not very artsy. But anyways, I took a little paint marker and tried to cover up the green, as you see coming on the speakers right there. Originally stock, this is a green plastic. I'm not into green, so I tried to cover mine up with red and it looks horrible. So okay, whatever, that's just cosmetic, right? Now looking over here at the bar, you're seeing the clear edges over there. It does have RGB and you can actually cycle it. I believe, no, here we go. The button is right on the top. You can click it and cycle over. Now, unfortunately, every time you power it off and power it back on, which is on the back side, you have your power button there, it goes right back to green every stinking time. That's a bummer. I wish it would save. Now, one thing that really blew me away with these speakers is just the build. I mean, they are solid. They are stinking lofty. The stand down here is metal, and that stand actually wraps up all the way around the back, giving it that really robust feel. You got these nice big rubber feet on the bottom, which kind of give a little bit, which is really nice, going to play into that sound, preventing that vibration, which we're going to get into. Anyways, you got that solid build. Even coming over here to the cubes, it's like, golly, I can sit here and do some curls with these guys, you know? So let's go on and do this. Let me come over here. I want to get this scale. I haven't even checked this yet, but let me tell you what, no joke, these guys are lofty. So let's go on and get the bar up here first. We're getting 5 pound, 1.5 ounces. So 5 pounds on this guy, like holy smokes. Let's go on and get one of the cubes up here. And this is the one without the volume. We're getting 3 pounds. 3 pounds on one of these things. Like no joke, they are built solid. This guy even has that metal going all the way up around the backside, right along with those nice rubber feet. Now let's take a look at our connections on the backside. As you see, both of them, you got this power switch here. Nice and clicky to power them on and off. Now, it does not power off with your PC. You got to make sure you come over here and actually power it on and off yourself. Over here, you got your power, you got your sub, which neither of these come with a sub. You buy the sub separately. You got a 3.5 for music, and then you have a USB-C port. Coming over here to the cubes, as you see, you got your red and black cables connecting one to the other. You got your USB-C, your audio, your 3.5, and then you have your sub as well, right along with that power. Now, taking one more look at the top side, this is the really cool stuff here on both of them. You're seeing this right up here, this little divot, and then you have mute up here again with that RGB button. That's actually a slider for your volume, which I'm about to show you here once we plug them up. but it's really sensitive. You can just tap it, or slide it if you want for that. Now coming over here on the side of the bar, hopefully my camera can pick it up, you have preset EQs, which I believe there's 4 in there, which we're gonna again get a listen to. And then you have PC, your 3.5, which I showed you on the back there. And then you also have Bluetooth. And right when you press it, it goes into Bluetooth pairing mode. Now, you also have all of that over here on the Cube. You have that slider right down here. Now, of course, it's a lot shorter, but it's a lot smaller right down there. Up here, you have your PC, your 3.5, and then your Bluetooth mode. On the Cube version, you do not have that EQ option here. Now, what I'd like to do is give you an actual listen to the speakers. Now, of course, keep in mind, it's coming from my speakers into my camera microphone out to your source. And if you're using a basic phone or something, it's not going to sound great, right? Because it's coming out of your phone speakers. What I would recommend you doing to get something the closest is put your headphones on and get a listen that way. Of course, it's not going to be a spitting image, but at least you're going to be a lot closer than listening to a phone or from your monitor speakers. So what I'm going to do is actually power them up here. Again, we're listening to Cubes. I'll also give you a listen to the bar as well. But right here is the Cubes. I'm going to go back, power them on. You're going to hear it.
Power on.
You hear it says power on, little green light turns on, the dots show up there as far as that volume, which you can slide across it, and then of course your source. Now, whenever you control your volume on your PC, it actually adjusts right there. So I'm adjusting it from my keyboard, it adjusts there, and it's also adjusting right down on the speakers. Really nice touch. So we're at 60% volume right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out in front of this camera, put the camera in front of the screen, so you're sitting kind of at that level of playing right there. I want to give you a listen.
Pretty complex. I'll need time. Close, but just so you know, there's more falling than high.
All right, so now we have the sound bar plugged up as you see here. Now again, this is gonna be coming straight at us, but same concept. Reach back behind, power it on.
Power on.
Says the same thing. You can kind of see that RGB now, which stinks. It goes to red or green each time, right? You got to come up here. You can cycle it. Now you got red, blue, purple, all of that stuff. But again, every time you cycle it back on, it goes right to green. So put it back onto our red. I'm going to move the camera back in front. We can get a listen to the bar. So there we go, the sound test of the CR2-X Cube and then the CR2-X Bar Pro. And like I stated with that sound test, take it with a grain of salt because we're going through multiple different sources. But hopefully you got a pretty decent example. I'll sit here and clear as day say I enjoy the listening experience with the bar over the Cube. Not saying the Cubes don't sound bad whatsoever. My son uses these. I've been making them actually because I love the simplicity of being able to access the controls. Will I go back to the bar? I don't know, because after just listening to it in there, it brought back that joy with it. I hate how it doesn't save the settings, right? With the RGB and everything. It's kind of an inconvenience. It's simple, but every time you power it on, you got to cycle through that. But the listening experience was amazing. And that might be the other question on your mind. Say compared to something like the Razer Leviathan or the SteelSeries speakers. And it's weird, like, just put them in your hand. You can feel the difference of quality, right? Not saying this is horrible, but being straight, no, it's nowhere near as good as these. I'd put it like at the halfway mark, you know? The crazy thing is the cost. Like, this is like $279, upwards around $300. These guys are not cheap by any means. They come in at around $180, right? So it's definitely on the higher end rather than your basic $20 or $50 speakers you're getting out there, you know? But holy smokes, the experience is game-changing. It's completely different. But again, I can't say it enough. Take that sound test with a grain of salt, because it's going again from my setup into my camera, out of your output device, whatever you're using. I wanted to do that just so you got a peace of mind. But talking about the sound of these speakers, wow, it is just crispy, it's punchy, it's full, it's immersive, it's detailed. It's giving you everything you want. Again, like I stated in the sound test, the sound bar is sitting right here going right at you. So it's a little more impactful, a little bit more full, just direct at you, and almost makes you nerd chill, you know what I mean? The cubes over here are just as good. And again, you're getting that same experience out of both of them. It's just, where do you have the cubes? Like on my desk, they're over here, so they're coming out like that. Got a little bit of monitor blocking them and everything, you know? So there's little stuff like that that is gonna play into it. But as far as that core sound on both of them, you're getting all of that, which is really nice with desktop speakers. I've used a bunch before. Again, SteelSeries, Razer, Bose, Logitech, a bunch of them. And the sound I got out of these was so true and pure. It was really, really nice to see this, not so much geared towards gamer sound. Now, of course, desktop speakers are never gonna sound like a headset or a pair of headphones sit on your ear sitting right here. It's just not gonna, no matter what you're using, right? But to get something this close with this much detail and just a crisp sound, it's not over bassy, it's not over full or anything. Of course, we're not using a subwoofer here. We're just talking straight up like this. We're not tweaking the sound. I'm not using Atmos or anything back there. I'm not using any SteelSeries or Razer software, you know? This is core out of the box, and that's what you always want with an audio product. You want that great sound out of the box. And what you're getting right here was just, again, it was just, wow, I stinking loved it, you know? Now, detail, right? When I say detail, I talk about you're getting that environment, you're getting those reloads, you're getting the different sounds of each weapons and all that stuff. It's not detail like competitive sounding detail, okay? I played Call of Duty with these. I play a lot of Call of Duty, actually. But that's where a desktop speaker setup's gonna fall off, right? You're gonna miss that, you know, footstep around the corner, those reloads and stuff like that. You're just not going to get it with just about anything. That's where you're going to want to get something right on you, so it's direct on you, bam, and you're right at it. You know, you got too much space for it to escape with you, kind of like I talk about with open back headphones, where, you know, the big trend is they're geared towards competitive. Same type of example right here, right? You're still getting that environment, but again, that detail is leaving you, the competitive detail is leaving you too quick. That's what you're getting here. So no, these aren't geared towards competitive, right? They're geared towards that daily gaming and music, video. You're getting that core sound. It's not goofy gamer sound. And where I think you get that from is, say, looking over here at the Razer one, you can see the drivers. You get a lot more bass over here. Same with the arenas, right? You can see the drivers move so much more, kind of delivering that fuller bass sound. Over here with the drivers being stiffer, just really crisp and detailed out there, you're getting, again, a more natural, more pure sound rather than some bass overfilled type of sound. That's what you get with these. You get that gamer kind of sound over here, as bad as that may sound, you know? And that goes right into the arenas. I like the arena sound better than the Leviathan, but I love the features of the Leviathan better, hence the reason I've been maining it until the CR2X's came along, and this is what's gonna stay on my desk. Right now, I'm indecisive. Am I gonna keep the cubes or the bar up there? Again, I honestly think I'm gonna go back to the bar. I don't know, guys. It's a tough decision. But that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it right there. It's a tough one. I love this product. That's no given, right? Throughout this video, you can catch it. I love it. It's staying on my desk. Do you guys think $180 is too much for desktop speakers? Would you rather go with something like the Arena 3s, which you can get for $100 right now? Would you go that extra $80 to get something of this caliber? I would recommend you, yes, save up that $80 to get something with this, you know? But at the end of the day, all I can tell you here is if you're looking for desktop speakers, definitely put the CR2-X Cube or the Bar on your list. I think you'll be really happy you did. So thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope I was able to help you out. If I was, hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope I catch you in the next one. Bye now.